I definitely wanted to leave my relationship a year ago. Years and years and years, and this is 9 years of it. And she was someone that I trusted more than like anyone. No matter what I'm handed, no matter what happens in my life, I can always turn it into gold. I don't know how I'm gonna survive if I leave. I just should not. It's Friday!
It's Friday, and it's waffle day for me!
It's waffle day for Cove. Last day. So exciting for school holidays. But we've had a little bit of a crazy morning. Crazy morning. So I'm gonna drop off these kids to school. That's driving me crazy. Lonely. I'm still lonely. I have nobody for my own. Lonely. I'm still lonely. I have nobody for my own. Kia ora whānau, welcome back to the vlog. I've just finished dropping off the kids to school. We had a crazy freaking morning. Like, everything was just going actually nuts. Tide picked up this packet of freaking beads and threw it at the floor, obviously causing it to burst open, and there was just these tiny little beads everywhere. I forgot to make the kids lunch last night, which I've never forgotten, and it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I didn't make the kids lunch. It was like, in my head, the lunch was genuinely made, and no, the lunch boxes were in the dishwasher, completely empty. So it was a little bit of a crazy morning. I finished a school drop off. The kids are enjoying their very last day of school, and I thought I would intro this vlog now because I didn't really do like a proper intro, and I'm taking myself straight to Macca's drive-through for a takeaway coffee because I'm dead. There's not a lot going on in this week's vlog because we were all sick, so I did a Q&A. You have a great day. Thanks. Yay, I got a coffee. This little fella broke my tripod. So I need to buy a new one. It is literally 2 p.m. in the afternoon on a Friday. The kids didn't go to school or kindy today because yesterday afternoon my eldest, he was run down and snotty, and we were all kind of alright. I was like, see how we feel in the morning. Literally by the end of Thursday night we were all feeling relatively rough. 4-year-old soul, he's like, no, I feel fine. Next minute he's literally in coughing fits. It's not anything major for sure, like we're all just mildly under the weather. I feel like the best thing to do is stay home when you are on the precipice of unwell, for sure. So we've just been having a lazy day. The kids have been doing reading eggs on the iPad, which is like a learning game, and it's really good. It's immediately helpful for Soul. It's amazing. They had an hour each on the iPad. I've just been chilling. Baby's been chilling. Me and Bubba had a nap together. It's Friday, so we're not really going to do anything super intense. If you can hear the bluey, that is the Tonys, which is so good. Screen-free entertainment. My goal, now that I've rested literally from, I think we woke up at 7:30 and it's now like 2:30. I've been resting the entire time, had a nap. I actually feel so much better. I'm trying to learn that rest is productive. Like, in my nervous system, whenever I'm resting, I feel like sick with guilt and just like, you know, my point was, what is my point? I don't know. I actually don't know because I can't function like a human. A lot of people were asking me where my PJs are from. They're from Canada. They're so cute. They're only $16. But I'm thinking of getting, they come together. So I got a size 12 because I'm a size 12 in the pants, but I'm thinking of getting the size 16 top, so that, because this is just like, it's a bit small for me. It is like alright, but yeah. And there's food all over it currently because I've just been in the PJs all day while cleaning the kitchen and feeding the kids, so I'm covered in food, but we don't need to worry about that. I'm gonna put on a bit of makeup so that I feel more human, and then I will get into whatever I'm getting into today, who knows. This is my outfit for at home. I'm just wearing trackies, but I got this really cute t-shirt from Honey Bunch. I feel cozy and comfy and I love my shirt, but I would love to know how I should actually style this t-shirt because it is way too cute for the outfit that I've put her in today. I feel like I would like it with like some flare leggings, but I only have brown flare leggings and I'm like, maybe I need to get some black ones, maybe? I don't know. I'd love your suggestions. It's way too cold for how I would normally wear a graphic tee. I would normally wear this with cute little boxer shorts or even like a skirt or something. Really stoked with this graphic tee. It's a small business, Honey Bunch. She makes art and puts it on really cute clothes. Best friend, you're a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Search for life through. What?
I kiss you. Yeah.
What did you say? Good morning. I went shopping yesterday and I honestly should have taken you guys with me, but I didn't. And I got some new clothes from Glassons because I am literally running out of any clothes that fit me from losing weight. I got this outfit from Glassons yesterday. I'm obsessed with it. So these jeans are freaking size 10. They are dark velour wash size 10 low rise wide leg jeans, and I actually cannot believe that I fit them. They like fit me perfectly, and I'm so glad that I got them. Some fleece lined leggings. I got them in a medium. These are from Collabs. I'm hoping, I love them, they feel amazing, but I'm hoping because of the flare they won't be so overwhelming. I'm so sick of my kids just yelling. I love the leggings, they're perfect actually. They're like little flares. I think I'm gonna wear this today. If I get colder, then I can put on a jumper, but I'm pretty good for now. This is a small, and then the tights are a medium, and no front seam. Alright, we just made a biscuit. You were supposed to dink it with you said for me to not try it until you showed. And then you just come on. I thought it was just a slip. I started choking it. Is it good? Okay, pretend you haven't. It's way, that's a lot of biscuit. That's really biscuit. Monday, it's a write-off. My kids are sick, so. You know what? Pamela June, Pamela. Kids are home sick at the moment, so they're watching Minecraft. I'm working on this at the moment. I don't know what's happening. Today's Tuesday and the kids are at home again today, so not gonna vlog much at all because I've got sicky kids, but I got Bubba's new shoes after getting sent 2 left shoes. Fingers crossed that there's nothing wrong with it. I'll honestly lose it if there is. Yay. They're perfect. They are perfect. They're so cute. I love them. I also got some tripods. How good. It's supposedly, ooh, that feels really good. This is definitely an upgrade from my last one. My last one was probably cheap as chips. I got it from Temu. This one I got from Mighty 8. Oh my god, it's so good. What? That's so good. How cool. Oh my god, I'm so happy with this tripod. Oh my god, they're so cute. I managed to get Bubba down for a nap and the boys are just playing learning games on the iPad while they're all getting rest. I'm pretty sure baby is on the decline in terms of not feeling well, which is not great. But I've been getting some work done while baby is asleep and I'm so excited. I've just been doing like visuals for our brand. So here's the visuals for like more of the home organic looking content and then the studio type visuals as well. It's so much fun doing this. Today is Wednesday and my kids are home sick again today. Today is Thursday and my kids went to school today. I kind of thought yesterday would be their last day and I was like, I feel like you guys should honestly be at school, but I just feel like when kids have germs, they should stay home. So they were feeling better yesterday and I kept them home. And then by the afternoon, they were like running around, like they were just being really good as well as feeling really good and energetic. So I sent them to school today. Bubba is just watching some Miss Rachel. I'm gonna make some breakfast. My nails keep popping off. Ugh. I made my breakfast, which is a breakfast bagel. It's bacon, egg on a bagel parmesan and an iced coffee. Yeah. Yummy. Whoa, falling down. Unlocked. Locked. How do you unlock it? Orange. No. Good job. Orange. Yeah, pop it down. So, since it was a sick week this week, I was thinking I could answer some Q&As for this week's vlog. So I just asked on Instagram what questions you guys might have. First question is, are you and your partner together? If you're on YouTube, you already know I'm a single mom. My life is completely different than it was at the beginning of this year. But if I'm honest, like that is like not new to me at all. That has continuously happened. I swear I've had like 100 lifetimes in the last 10 years. Emma asked, what do you do for work on social media? Is it paid ads, UGC, etc.? So this is a fun question. Social media is my job. It's been my full-time job for the last 6 years. My social media paid for absolutely everything. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of money in social media, and I've here there dabbled with a little bit of everything. My main source of income has always been brand deals. I make a good amount of money from brand deals, which my manager Sophie, she is the best. She was my first manager I ever had as a influencer. She was a part of this other management who reached out to me, I think it was March 2020. I signed on to them, met the beautiful Sophie, and I'm still with her to this day, but she works for herself and I love her so much. We have a great relationship and she gets me amazing brand deals with brands I actually love, actually adore, and I just love working with her. I love working with brands. If you don't know how you make money through brand deals, A brand will approach me, they might have a campaign, or I might approach a brand. We work out how much to get paid for it, and we work out what I'm going to give for that. So it could be a story set, it could be multiple reels and TikToks, it could be an integration on YouTube. There's so many ways that you can get paid from social media. A big source of my income is Instagram reels, making a brand a dedicated video to promote their product or their service. I've done lots of other things on social media as well. I have done little small businesses. Me and Taylor did a journal launch for a bit. Those were made to print journals that we had designed that had my own art within it. Those were, what are they called, like prompted journals. If you followed me for a while, you know that I used to do OF. I just showed my, because you can't do that on Instagram. If you've followed me for ages, you know how often I would get naked on the internet. On YouTube, which I've only just started back on YouTube, there's also AdSense, so that pays. And you just get a little bit of money for making any kind of video from the ads that play before, during, and after. You get paid a little bit of money from that. And sometimes like TikTok music pays you money, Facebook pays you money for views. Yeah, there's a lot of money on social media. I'm like out of breath. I feel like I always am when I'm doing Q&As. I don't know why, I just get so like nervous. Rachel Holly Courtney asked, have your love languages changed since you started this chapter? I mean, I've been single for only 4 months now, and I feel like I love in the same way. Acts of services is a huge one for me, but also so is gift giving. I love to give gifts. Those haven't changed. How I receive love is, yeah, I guess how I receive love has changed a lot. A huge one for me with my past relationship was physical affection. I loved physical touch, and that was something that I just absolutely loved in my relationship. And in the last 4 months, I guess that's changed. I don't really miss it or feel any like, yeah, I don't really feel anything towards that. I'm with my kids all the time, and they love cuddles, kisses, they love hugs. So I get plenty of cuddles and kisses from my kids. Me and my sisters are not touchy. Me and my friends aren't really touchy. Me and my mom and dad aren't very touchy either. Like, it's just a hug, hello. So I guess like, yeah, that one's changed. Like, it's just not like a high priority for me, physical touch or like sex or anything. Celibate. Is it celibate if you're just alone? I don't know. Celibate. 4 months celibate. Thanks for asking that question. That's so cute. Can you go through a baby's names, first and middle, and how you came up with them? Yes, I can. My eldest is Cove, and it's so funny because I've made it very clear that I absolutely love and adore Aspen Ovard. I have watched her since I was in high school, and I've watched her since she was, what was her old name? Hot Brilliance. Yeah, I love that girl. And so when we named Cove, a lot of people thought that I had copied her, which I knew as soon as we did that name that that's what people would think, and I felt like we had copied her too. But I actually didn't choose the name Cove. My baby daddy chose the name Cove while we were in the hospital. My name that I wanted for my son was Waiariki James. James is the middle name of my baby daddy. And yeah, Waiariki James, I really love that name. That's like what I kind of called him while he was in my puku. And then when he came out, Waiariki, I just didn't like that name for him. So we landed on Cove Waiariki. And yeah, baby daddy chose that name, and it was quite like a Instagram name, which was funny. So when we got pregnant with our second kid, I wanted to have a 4-letter name as well that kind of suited Cove. I did really like the name Sol, which was a 3-letter name, S-O-L, and that's kind of what I wanted to call Sol, off of Grace and Frankie. I really love the character Sol, but baby daddy wanted to meet me somewhere else with that, so he suggested soul, and I was like, yeah, that's like basically the same thing, and I think that the soul relates to the soul, solar, so I was happy to land on Sol. So his name is Sol Kapua. Kapua means clouds, and so I wanted to name my kid Sun Clouds. I just feel like he is just a ray of sunshine. That's literally why I wanted to name him Sol Kapua, is because that baby to me was just a sunshine baby. We moved to Australia when we got pregnant with him. It was sunny all the time in Australia because we lived on the Gold Coast for majority of the pregnancy. It was just always sunny, always warm, so my baby reminded me of sunshine, so I wanted to call him Sun Clouds, and we landed on soul because, yeah, I feel like the souls within humans come from the heavens above, and that's kind of soul's name, and he really is a ball of sunshine, that little kid. And then my last baby, his name's Tide, T-I-D-E, Rewa, and he has a full namesake. So his first name is Tide, T-I-D-E, like the tide of the ocean, and his middle name is Rewa. Rewa comes from me. My dad named me Rewa, that's my middle name, it's my Māori middle name, and he thought it meant sweet when he named me, like brain fart, and he put Rewa in my name, but it actually means melting, and Reka means sweet. I actually like I think Rewa is pretty, I think it's cute, so I wanted to put me into my third baby. I wanted my third baby so bad. I had 3 losses before Tide. He's our rainbow baby, and so I really wanted him to be somewhat named after me because I was so like desperate and wanting my little baby Tide. And so yeah, I named him after me, and then we also named him after my ex-mother-in-law. Her name means listen to the tide, that is her name, and so we took Tide from that. I think she has a very beautiful name, and she was a very important person to me in my life, and I'm getting emotional. And she was someone that I trusted more than like anyone, and she has been one of the most involved people in my life since I got pregnant with my first baby. Even when I was pregnant with my first baby, me and my baby daddy were together, and she was heavily involved. She always showed up, and yeah, she always showed up for me, and yeah, I loved her a lot, and so I really wanted to name my third baby after her. She was at my first birth and my third birth. She would have been at my second birth, but we lived in Australia. Yeah. I'm crying, I forgot that to answer that question I would be talking about that. Moving on, that was emotional, and I totally forgot that it would get emotional. Megan asked, what is your favorite personality trait of mine? My favorite personality trait of mine is probably how self-propelling I am. I am very persistent in my goals. I have really big goals in life, I always have, and I just have a lot of self-belief and also self-propel. Like, I will just continue to climb the mountain and continue to walk the path that I think that I deserve to be on. I am constantly working towards my big dreamy life that I want, and that is one of my favorite qualities about myself. I feel like no matter what I'm handed, no matter what happens in my life, I can always turn it into gold, and that's something that I just value so much in myself, is how persistent and like how much I try in my life. And yeah, it's one of my favorite personality traits of mine. I'm gonna take a breath. Lexi asked if there was something you could change about your past, or what would it be? Hindsight is 2020, and there is so many things that I would want to change, and obviously here I am now. I'm so grateful for the life that I'm in right now. I'm so grateful for the life that I have and my 3 kids. But now that I'm an older woman, now that I'm 25 years old, I'm a mother of 3, and I look back on the younger version of me who was just a kid, I just so wish that younger me had older me to look after her and guide her, because the decisions that I made when I was younger were never ever out of love for myself. They were always out of disrespect for myself. I never respected myself. I never cared and truly valued myself the way that I do now. And so there's so much about my past that I would change. There are so many decisions. There's so many times that I put myself, sorry, there's like crazy like stuff going on with my crotch. Like it's just real baggy. But yeah, there's just so many things that have happened pre having children. Yeah, it's just so much that I would change. I've been wrestling with this as well, especially because now that I'm a single mom, it's like, oh, you already were a single mom, you've gone through so much, and for what, just to end up a single mom again? Like it feels really like, what the fuck was the point? My sister said like, you wouldn't be able to have this hindsight without going through what you've gone through, and that cleared everything up for me. It's like, yeah, of course there's so many things that I would like to change or that I regret or anything, but the only reason that I know that, the only reason I have that perspective is because of the experiences that I've gone through. And so there's nothing really that you can say about that question. If I was to say if there is something you could change about your past that isn't so deep, I would probably say not spend all of my money, like actually fucking save. So Al said, did the fear of being a single mom / broken family hold you back from leaving sooner? I have always had the perspective that I don't need him for anything. I'm a very independent woman. I was the provider of the family. I am very good at creating a life for myself. I did it before, I could do it again. And so I never really truly had a fear of being a single mom or even having a broken family. We started as a broken family. I had the opposite of that. I had such determination and so much pride in being able to like break a cycle and like do the right thing and like figure it out. Like we're having these ongoing things going on and I wanted to crack the code. I wanted to figure it out. I wanted to overcome what it was that we were facing. Years and years and years, and this is 9 years of it. Like, and that's the thing, is like I just loved him so much. I loved him so much. Like he was just my absolute family. He was just like, I just adored him so much. And so when we were young and we first met, he was my dream. He was my dream man. And as we grew up, I just still adored him so much, even though I don't want to say anything insulting or anything either, but it's just like, it wasn't a fear. It was like, I was so proud of being in a relationship with him, and I was so like, I held him up on this pedestal of like, I'm so lucky to have him. I just adore him so much, and he has so much like potential and he has so many amazing qualities. Like I just saw him for everything good that he was. I just really wanted to believe that we could overcome this and we could grow from this, and that there was nothing that anyone could throw at me that I couldn't handle. Like as well, I always wanted to be like, I can handle everything. Like, essentially, no, I wasn't fearful of being a single mom. That was always something that I felt pretty confident in. It was just like, losing him would be beyond heartbreaking for me because of how much I loved him, and losing our relationship would suck so bad because yeah, I wanted it. And now at 25 years old, I don't. Like it's just like, oh, that's just like literally not what I want. And all I could think was like, my husband would never, like this is not my husband, and this is not what I want in my life anymore. And so yeah, I was done. It does so publicly hating on your BD, baby daddy, not make you feel guilty for your kids. Me living my best life as being a hater, so be it. Michelle said, would you ever come back to Australia to live? I would love to, but the thing about when you break up with your significant other and you become separated parents, you obviously have to make decisions like moving to another city or another freaking country. You have to make that decision together. So I can't imagine that we would, but I do think that we would both want to live in Australia at some point. Nina said, do you have a faith or are you spiritual? I am spiritual, and I always have been a little bit woo-woo witchy vibes. I am not religious. I didn't grow up religious. I do not go to church. I don't really like the idea of church. No hate to anyone who does love church or goes to church, any kind of church. I have been to like Latter-day Saints church. Oh my gosh, I have a snotty little nose. I've been to church a few times, but I never understood it. I didn't really know what was going on, and I didn't really resonate with it. The thing that I resonate the most with is spirituality, tarot cards, intuition, we are the universe is us. I believe pretty heavy in that, and like when I watch that kind of stuff to do with spirituality, we are the universe, experiencing itself, that kind of thing, I resonate very much with that. But I also do like, and I have as a kid prayed to God. I don't know who God is. I'm, again, not religious, don't go to church, but I have prayed my whole entire life. I've prayed at night, and now I kind of just imagine that I'm praying to the universe, but when I was younger, it was to God, a male God. Now it's like the universe as like this higher being. I'm not solid in any opinion around spirituality, but I do have really cool, crazy experiences with psychic ability, my own psychic ability, my own intuition. My intuition has very rarely been wrong, and yeah, I'm a spiritual gal. Ellie asked, favorite part of each one of your babies. Let me tell you, it's hard to pick a favorite, so I'm just gonna describe them to you. One of the things that I love about Cove is he's very appropriate, which is really funny to say, but he's very appropriate, and he says very clear sentences that mean something very serious, and he can go on and on for a while, like minutes, about a particular thing. Like this morning, for example, he was explaining diagraphs to me and what words have diagraphs and what a diagraph means and how you would use it. And I really like his appropriateness of his talk. I do enjoy listening and talking with him. My middle child Sol, one of his values in life is funny, like to be funny. Sometimes it is inappropriate, but he really values being funny, and I love that about him. And then my little Tide, he's obviously just a toddler, but he gives the actual best cuddles. He has a love language of touch. Out of all my kids, he definitely has the most touchy baby. He's the most cuddly baby. He's the most kissy baby. He just loves to cuddle. He gives the best hugs ever. Kayla said, what's your biggest goal for your social media / brand this year? My biggest goal is to essentially dip my toes everywhere. My biggest goal is to really figure out what it means to do my social media for me. I started working on social media full-time March 2020, and I got back into a very serious relationship June 2020, where I moved out and started providing for my family of 3 and then 4 and then 5. And so working my job, I have always done as much as I can to provide for my whānau, and which has been amazing, and I've gotten to do so much with my social media. I'm so grateful for it. I just wanted to dabble with everything with social media and then figure out what I really love doing and not just what I have to do in order to make the most money. Because, like, for example, we were renovating my old family home, and so a lot of my work surrounded around renovations during, like, at his house, and that was amazing, great experience. I loved working with all the brands, but it was like so tiring. It was the hardest I had ever worked in my freaking life, and it was just like I had a dream and a goal elsewhere, and I felt like I couldn't put that down to pick up what I really wanted to do and what I thought would kind of progress our family money-wise. Obviously, to get back on YouTube, my original dream was to be a YouTube influencer, and I kind of dropped the ball on YouTube and started doing Instagram a bit more full-time. But yes, starting back on YouTube, doing full-time YouTube is one of my big goals, as well as launching my business with my sisters. We've been working on this business since I think last year in November, maybe even before that. I think we registered the business last year in November, and it's getting really close to the end of the year this year, so that's a huge goal for us as well. Janae said, have you ever felt truly at home anywhere before? Nope. No. Originally, I was living at the family home that we have now renovated. Before it was renovated, I lived there. I got pregnant with Cove. I had to move back in with my parents, so I was living with my parents And then after that, I ended up moving into a rental in Whangarei. So we got a rental. We lived there for like 6 months, maybe 6 or 7 months. And then we packed up our lives and moved to the Gold Coast. Then we lived in the Gold Coast for less than a year, packed up again and moved to Ipswich, Australia, which is like 2 hours away from the Gold Coast, I think. It was like a Whangarei, but make it bigger. And then we lived there for 2 years and then packed up our entire lives again and moved to the family home that we began renovating. This has constantly made me feel like my home keeps getting like taken away from me. I felt like I've never been able to settle down, and now obviously I live with my sister, so I keep like losing my home, which has been really hard, if I'm honest. Like, as much as I can sit here and be like it's fine, like, because I am fine, every time we were doing a move it felt catastrophic for me. It felt really like cooked and not good. Like, every time we've moved it's because something wasn't working in our relationship or something wasn't working in our lives, and thought moving would like be good, I guess. And yeah, it's just been catastrophic. And now, yeah, again, catastrophic. I'm a single mom and I've moved in with my big sister. This feels slightly homely. I'm with my big sister. I absolutely love my sisters. They make me feel very just at home. Like, I feel at home with my sisters. Living here is short term. I want to get me and my kids our own place. So yeah, I don't know. It's like weird. My relationship was my home. It was my consistency, and even then it wasn't home. So no, I haven't really felt truly at home before, and I would really like to. I do worry that I'm never gonna feel that, and I do worry that, I don't know, that lack of stability is going to continue happening to me, because it's been so consistently unstable for such a long time, for like the last 10 years. And so I'm just really over that feeling, and I'm hoping that I've done enough shadow work to figure it out. That's a crazy question. Thanks, Janae. A few people asking basically like advice on leaving when you know you deserve better but keep circling back. When do you know it's time to leave a relationship? It's gonna take you a lot of times to leave a relationship. You need to leave multiple times and go back multiple times, or you need to stay within the relationship until you're done with it. There's no... Everyone can give advice on when to know to leave, or like how to leave even when you don't want to, but reality is when you are bonded to someone like that, when you are addicted to a relationship that is up and down like that, or that is hard like that, you won't leave until you want to leave, until you say that's enough, that's where I draw the line, until the last straw happens. Like, it is going to be different for every single person. And I think that shame is something that really holds us where we're at, of not really knowing ourselves enough and not knowing our boundaries enough. That's all it is. I would have left my relationship a year ago. I definitely wanted to leave my relationship a year ago. It was the time to leave, but I had a newborn baby, and I remember talking with my big sister and explaining what was happening, and I was just bawling my eyes out. I'm like, I'm literally 5 weeks postpartum. I am so ugly. I'm still bleeding. My heart was just broken into pieces. I was 5 weeks postpartum with my last baby, and I knew I was supposed to leave, and I knew that it would be recommended that I leave. I knew that outside perspective would be that I should leave, and yet I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna survive if I leave. And that happened over and over again. It wasn't just a year ago. It happened multiple times over the last year. It happened multiple times over the last 9 years that I've known him. We've both come to this crossroads where it's like, we should end this relationship. And every time you get to this crossroad, I see in front of me a choice to stay is a choice to try again. It's not just stay in the relationship, it's try again, try a different method, try a different perspective, try looking at it differently, try talking differently, try acting differently, get rid of this behavior, get rid of this habit, so don't talk to that person. Like, try a whole new strategy, try again. And so every time I came to that crossroad, I would make a very, very big plan on how I'm going to improve as a person, how I'm going to improve in the relationship, how I'm going to show more love, how I'm going to show more patience, how I'm going to show more respect, empathy, whatever it may be. Every time I came to that crossroad, I would make this big plan. It wouldn't just be like, oh, I'm going to stay in the relationship, I'd be like, actually, I'm so determined. I'm going to get it right this time. And that's what I would think every time, and maybe he would think the same thing, I don't know. And even a year ago when it was like, man, this is insane. It's actually, like, it's embarrassing at this point. It is embarrassing that in this relationship I should be embarrassed. That's what it felt like. It was like, I should leave and I should be embarrassed. And if anyone knew about my relationship, everyone would be like, what the fuck are you doing? I was postpartum, I was bleeding, I was still bleeding, I had milky boobs, I had this newborn baby on my chest. It's my third baby who I wanted more than anything in this world. I just wanted this baby so bad, and I'm sitting in this house that we've been renovating, and I call my sister and I'm like, I don't want to leave. Like, I don't know how I'll survive leaving. I don't know. I'm gonna miss him, and I'm gonna have a hard time. I'm gonna have a hard time dealing with everything that I've been through, and a hard time dealing with the reality. I'm not gonna survive it. That's what it felt like. And she said to me, you don't have to leave today. You could stay. You can stay in 3 months' time, you can leave. You could stay and in a year's time you can leave. Or you could stay and in 20 years you can get up and leave. Like, you don't have to leave today. And I remember thinking, yeah, you're right, I could stay. I can stay in this relationship and I can leave later. And so I kind of put on this like timeline of January to June 2025. Nothing changed. Nothing had changed, and I stayed. I stayed a little longer than the timeline I had set. And I really wanted to get engaged. I really wanted to get married. I believed so strongly that regardless of everything, we love each other so much, and that means more to me than anything. Anything. That means more to me than anything is how much I love this person and how much I think that they love me. And then, yeah, beginning of March came, and I just remember thinking, I'm so disappointed. I'm not even heartbroken anymore. I'm just so disappointed. I really thought that we could get it right this time. I really thought. I thought if I did everything right, if I continuously changed every little behavior, every little detail, we came to a point where it was just like, holy shit, nothing's ever gonna change. Nothing is ever going to change, and it's getting worse. I came to that crossroad again, and honestly guys, in March, I 100% thought that I would be going back. I was like, maybe in a year's time, we're gonna get back together, we're gonna be in a better place, maybe, like, I came to that same conclusion of like, oh my god, genius! We just need a year apart from each other. We just need time apart from each other, and then we're gonna figure it out. And then I April came and I realized that this isn't right, and I don't want it anymore. And yeah, I don't. I really don't. For a long time, one of my best friends that you guys know and love was constantly telling me that I needed to leave the relationship, and I didn't listen to her, and she put up with the same thing over and over again, until I finally made the choice for myself. It didn't matter what anyone was gonna say or do. You're gonna leave when you tell yourself that you're gonna leave. And it's probably gonna take a lot of times. But I recommend giving yourself time and distance, and that will give you clarity. That's the end of the Q&A session. I almost did an hour of chit-chatting, which I'm really glad. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Q&A. It was kind of crazy, it was kind of vulnerable. Thank you guys so much for watching today's vlog. Like this video if you haven't already, subscribe if you're not, and I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching my vlogs again. I love being back, it's so fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.